Welcome back, Album Book Club viewers, to another EP review. A few months back, we checked out Adeel's Made in Mars Side A, and we decided to bring in Carson and Carl to check out Side B with us. So let's get right into it.
Is this a cover?
I don't think so. I think this is his take on a 60s rock song.
That was sick.
All right, that first track was Neo Tokyo Boogie. I gave that a 7.
I'll also give that a 7.
6.
I'm feeling 7.
Yeah, it was, as Carl pointed out to us, very similar to Boogie Shoes, at least probably sampled from it. But it's a common 1-4-5 progression on guitar. It's very, very old. I say very, very old. That's probably going to offend some older folk. It's just, you know, the way that music's been for a long time now. It did have a lot of cool instrumentation going on, though. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I thought it had a good groove, but I also, was it not recorded? Was this not live? It sounded like a live
If it was
playing of this.
If it was live, that was the silentest crowd ever. I think it was just a loud amp. Because if this is based off Boogie Shoes, I've never heard a good recording of that song. They all sound very close to this. So I think it was supposed to be trying to capture that 60s, 70s guitar sound.
Made me want to watch circa 2003 Nickelodeon, specifically the Angry Beavers.
Why?
If you'd ever seen the Angry Beavers, you'd know why. It sounds exactly like it.
I thought the stuff going on in the background was pretty neat.
Yeah, I definitely didn't hate it. I think the big grading point for me was this whatever synth line was never in tune. And I guess it's just however it was controlled. Whatever pitch controller just didn't. It doesn't line up with the sample behind it.
Next song.
Next song.
This feels very familiar, too.
Yeah.
All right. That track was Mars Light. Give that a 6.5.
I give it a 6.
6.
I'll give it a 6.5.
It's a solid, actual track. He's just in falsetto a lot of the time on that track, and it feels like or sounds like there's some sort of vocoder or something electronic there that just glitches far too much in that range for my liking. It's also, everything's very bright on this track. It's a very, trebly mix.
It went up about 1.5 points after I realized that the guitar was in the left headphone. And it just didn't exist. So that was had me there for a second, but
It went down another half point when I realized that it was the weird stereo thing going on, because I wasn't hearing the guitar for almost the entire song because this headphone was off.
mm-hmm.
So I thought it was just really quiet in the mix. No, for me, the issue, I'm with Logan, it comes with the vocals for me. I didn't really latch on to how they were done in this one.
It's not bad. I don't know. It's not for me today. It may not be for me ever, but it's definitely not for me today.
I think with this one, there's a lot less kind of going on than in a lot of his songs. That might be what it is.
I was just trying to dig through my brain and figure out where that guitar sample was coming from. Because the last one was very, disco, and this one is more 80s feeling, even though it's still kind of funky.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I didn't hate it. If you want a weird side, the Mars Light is a thing that was invented by the guy that owned Mars Chocolate as a safety device in the 1930s for use on fire engines and train locomotives. It's a light that moves in a figure-8 pattern.
Oh, that is cool. All right, next track. Yep. Of course, this guy knows all that stuff about trains.
Yeah, welcome to the inside of my brain. It itches sometimes. This is all different 80s samples.
Yeah. I know, I've heard this one, but I don't know what it is.
They're retuned, is what it is. Because if they were in pitch, I could tell you.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's it.
Oh, it was a short one.
All right, that was track 3, Addiction. Gave that a 6 out of 10.
I'll also give it a 6.
Give that one a 7.
I was going to give that one a 7.5.
It was very short, and it was almost an interlude on an EP, and I don't quite understand that.
You're not wrong, but also that song was pretty fun. And I think mix-wise, it's been my favorite on at least this one. It was a while ago since we listened to the first one, but it's definitely in the lead right now.
Yeah, I didn't think that one sounded bad. My complaint with this one actually is how short it is. I'm with Logan here. I think if this one had a little bit more time to build itself out, I actually liked some of the sounds coming through right here.
More 80s. Not bad.
I'm figuring out either Carl has 10 words for every word said or 0 words for every word said.
Yeah, it's real trouble sometimes.
Next track. That was track 4, Rock Me As Lovers. I give that a 7 out of 10.
I'm going to give it a 6.5.
I think I'm back to a 6.
I'm also going to give that a 6.
I think I'm all about the etherealness now. It's just, I want to float in space with the reverb and all that. The stereo, not my favorite. Wish this was in mono. There is a lot going on in this song.
If any of them were going to be in stereo, it was going to be this one. And I'm okay with that. My issue lies entirely in the fact that they use a couple of sounds in this that I just hate. We were talking about it during, I don't know what it is, but it's like a little beep boop in the background, and I've always hated that sound. And
Connor does not like beeps and boops and
it's
shit.
just that
You've heard
one.
it here
It's
first.
that one specifically. But like as like a soundscape almost, or like you said, the movie scene where the characters take a bunch of drugs. This would be great.
Yeah.
Just take the beat, that beep boop out.
I don't know. I'm as confused as I was before. I just generally feel like I don't know where I am anymore.
I think that's what this song was for.
That is what this song kind of made me feel. Like I was just like confused, really out there. I thought it was actually kind of cool. I tend to dig ethereal music, so I actually went up a half point for being so out there.
All right, let's get on to the next track.
We went to Mario Sunshine.
I'm here
That's
for
Staying Alive. Oh no, it's the Jackson 5.
it. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Don't stop taking.
Yeah.
How high he's singing is making me viscerally angry.
Ooh. That was track 5, Starlight. Gave that a 6 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a 5.5.
4.
I'm gonna give it a 6.
You know what? I'll give it a 5.
Lot of falsetto again. Done a little bit worse this time around. This was also very, very similar to a song that we could very easily point out that it was.
Yeah, to a degree where it dropped it by a good margin. Like it dropped it by a 1.5. You know.
Yep.
It's just. Way
I don't
too
think it was one of those things where it was on purpose. I definitely think it was one of those things where they heard it in the back of their head and really thought they were writing their own melody and lines. Because the vocal cadence itself, while similar in one section, the rest is quite different. So I think he built the rest off of that chorus melody, which isn't, note for note the exact same. Although some of the background stuff is very the exact
I
same.
mean, it sounded to me like it was done on a karaoke version of that song.
Kinda, yeah. It kind of sounded like he added like synths and stuff into a karaoke version of the song.
I don't know. It's not that I hated it. I didn't hate it.
All right, you guys get to do the album art since Connor and I already took care of that last video.
What's on his face?
His signature.
I know this album art. I've worked with this album art before.
Oh yeah.
I will give the album art like a solid 7.5. It's pretty good. I like the artistry in it.
I like the blurred edges, yeah. Oh yeah, 7.5 is good.
I think that's like wax stripping down the face of the painting, and I think that's pretty neat.
Thank you all for joining us. Fuck.
Thank you all for fucking us. You heard it here.
Thank you all for coming. Or well, no, I guess you haven't been given permission. You can come now.
Thank you all for checking out our review of Made in Mars Side B EP, made by Adeel. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.